In an effort for Asari Dokubu to slander the names of the Igbos in order to protect his Fulani paymaster, Asari Dokubu has lied to the world. Remember, the American Asari Dokubu has been claiming he will fight. They are coming. Asari Dokubu has now changed his rhetoric that they will help them to smoke the Fulanis out or the terrorists out. But that is a hypocrisy and fear. Now I'm going to show you the real Asari Dokubu, how he creates his conspiracy.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're listening to me. IPOB supporters have invaded River State and on our soil has killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners for a crime committed by a Christian. Mosques were vandalized. One mosque was burnt down, and totally vandalized. When I heard the information yesterday about Muslim being attacked, in fact, it was a Christian relation living at Obibo that called me that all militants are not Northerners and others were fighting because an Aboki killed a Christian. And immediately I reached out to members of the Northern community. Immediately I started making calls. And most of them were unaware of what was happening. In fact, I don't want to mention their name, but one of them told me that the person is lying. There is no such incident. And immediately I said, look, try to find out. And immediately swung to action. And he later called me that indeed there was a riot going on and Northerners are being attacked. And he was in a position as the leader, one of the leaders of the Northern community, to immediately do something about it. So I urged him to immediately do something about it. I called some security officers immediately to alert them, which they told me they already know, and they are trying to put mechanism in place to stop what was.
Asari Dokubu may Igbo matter by you. You dey behave like emotional, unintelligent imbecile. That's the way you behave. I'm sorry if that offends you, if that sounds an insult, because that's the way you behave, the way you talk, spitting all over the place. You behave like emotional, unintelligent, imbecile. Many of you might think it's an insult being rained at Asari Dokubu from me, but it is not. The story has it that two northern people were having issue. One Fulani from Adamawa and one TV man from Benue State. And the Fulani man stabbed the TV man to death and riot broke out. Asari Dokubu did not know what was going on. Hearsay made Asari Dokubu say it is IPOB people. Hearsay made Asari Dokubu to sit in his comfort zone, the pig in a creek, to know that there are people written IPOBs on their faces who carried out a riot, named the Igbo people written on their faces who carried out a riot to destroy mosques and burn places of their terrorist worship, according to Asari Dokubu. Because the only reason why Asari Dokubu is doing what he is doing, selling this conspiracy, if you watch the video I made earlier this morning, where a Fulani man was speaking on Igbo, calling the First Lady out for not mentioning IPOB as a terrorist, because the First Lady called them Americans to come and rain bombs on the terrorists in the north. So they are trying to link their nonsense with Biafra land so that they will make sure, because they couldn't succeed with using Fulani terrorists to invade our land. They are trying all their best to make sure that Igbo land becomes hot like the northern Nigeria, where Fulanis are killing people unabated. So that is their plan. Asari Dokubu, which is a Fulani mixed blood, claiming he is Igbo. I pity people who still think that there is a relation between this guy and Igbo people. You have no idea. This is a Fulani mixed blood who his intention is to destroy Igbos, because he sees Igbos as an impediment to all his jihad movement across River State and across Biafra territory. So because we do not associate with religious extremists in our land, we do not give them room to thrive. That's why Asari Dokubu creates conspiracy, because him and Hope Uzodinma used it on non-government and unalive many Igbo youths. And now he's telling us that area that is predominantly Igbo, he is now telling them it will not happen in his land. When these people are part of the land, indigenous people of the land, owners of the land, you are telling them you will not bring what they are doing. They have the right to protest. But now there is no news that carries it that it was Igbo people. There is no evidence that has it that it is Igbo people. It was Fulani who had their altercation and a riot broke out. Asari Dokubu is doing everything to make sure he cleaned the name of Muslim. But Asari Dokubu, you are not a righteous man. You don't have that moral ground to speak for Muslims, because you are a well-belly-faced politician, a political jobber. You are a terrorist who kill people without being held accountable to it. Politicians give you license to kill innocent people. That's what you do for a living, Asari Dokubu. You are also supposed to be part of those who are labeled a terrorist. You are fighting for the terrorist and coming out acting like you are fighting terrorists. We know you very well. You are trying to cover up. You are like, we're not going down alone as terrorists. We are going to drag Igbos down with you, because all of you terrorists knows that Igbos resisted you and your activities. The activities of your fathers and your grandfathers and your masters, Fulani terrorists. You cannot win this battle. If you listen very well to all his waffling, talking rubbish, spitting all over the place here, you will know that everything he's saying there is cooking it up in his head. This is a very bad behavior from an old man like this. He's cooking it up from his head. Some of them know, some of them did not know, and they made inquiries. They swift into action. They found out that it is people who are fighting, two Christians. They were written Christians in their head, or their ID says Christian Asari Dokubu. How did you identify that they are two Christians? Fulani man, a Christian. It is rare. And a thief man from Benue State, a Christian. Asari Dokubu, you'll be joke of a century, Asari Dokubu. Asari Dokubu, you disgracing your generation. Have some shame upon your generation. Stop threatening Igbo in their land. You are fucked up.
Yes, so that is what this guy has been doing, and thank God that a lot of people are coming out to, to expose Asari Dokubo's game. Or he's playing games. He's just doing everything to make sure that the Igbos and the Fulanis or the Northerners at loggerheads. And I don't just understand. Is it because of religion? You see what this religion can cause. So it's good everyone is coming out to expose the wickedness in him. Yes, what you said about him is true, not insults. Yes, you say, oh, this guy is somehow. This is the most incredible man I have ever seen. God bless you for saying the truth. God bless you for exposing this image. He's not the only one that has been exposing Asari Dokubo. How can you just, according to what Asari Dokubo was saying there, that somebody called him. We just know that they are just trying to twist narrative. The same man who was making mad that if American government come, they will do this and that. Even with the American government, we don't even know what they are doing. I don't know whether they are preparing ground or whatever. Because since over 2 weeks ago, we heard that they've come to Nigeria. We don't even know because the insecurity is still ongoing as if there's no issue. And these people are not even perturbed. These so-called bandits. And that is the narrative this guy want to chase, want to create. Some people have really called out Ikwere people that they should go and face the Fulanis. Not that now that the Fulanis are saying, or the Northerners are saying that it is the Igbos that invaded their place and what have you. Meanwhile, what we are hearing now is different from the old story that Asari Dokubo is spreading. And you could see from his own disposition, that he doesn't even know. He's being mischievous. If you can read his body language. Yes. This man, there's no insult here. Keep saying the truth. God will bless as many as possible who are on the path of truth. Well, you say the truth in what happened in Oimi. Now in first name be that. It is not an insult. A real truth, if you know, Asari Dokubo is evil. It's really evil. You describe him with the exact words. Really, yes. They are just there causing confusion because of their own personal interest. Even if a whole community or if a whole country is perished, in as much they get what they want, these guys, they are just okay. Even an average Nigerian person, you just don't understand the way they behave at times. Even the people you think that they have sense, unfortunately, because of selfish interest, everybody is just throwing all those integrity into the mud. But this Asari Dokubo does not even have integrity in the first place. That is it. He has no limits. See his face. You can see his face and I can see what he's up to. Evil genius. Only God knows how to deal with your evil. IPOP did not even attack their attackers. So how come they are attacking the government agents? The man they alright. So wetin be Igbo own for here now? We Igbo, we know even the figure out, and we know even the fidget. We are peaceful people anywhere in the world. The propaganda is just on another level. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.